What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the La Liga Career Mode. It's episode number 31, returning today with, well, let's just call it what it is, the biggest episode of the save. We've got the Champions League semi-final, both home and away against Liverpool. Today as we aim to get to our first ever European final, and we'll also have, I would say, probably all 5, if not 4 of the final 5 La Liga games, but 10 points clear of Real Madrid. All we need is 2 wins to win the championship. So, chance to reach the CL final, chance to win La Liga. For sure, one of those things is going to happen today. Yep, first game today, first leg of the Champions League semi, and I'd say it's a dead even tie as we go head-to-head with Liverpool, 5th in the Premier League this year, and having a great season in the game, although of course in real life going for the title. However, heading into this tie, I would say, with us going for the championship, this first leg being at home, this is such a massive game here as you're going to get a first leg victory to take back to Anfield. Liverpool are lining up in a 4-3-3 and it's an amazing team. Alisson is still there between the sticks, and the back four is now Juan Foyth, Christian Romero, Christensen and Alphonso Davies at 88 overall. Edson Alvarez is the DM supporting Soboslai and Schläger, and the front three is Domenico Berardi, Musa Barrow and Luis Diaz as well. Top 2 teams as the top 4 teams in Europe go head to head for a place in the final. Vamos Almeria. Berardi, tackled by Lopi. Man, this guy is just, as he looks to send Nunez through, but Romero's going to get there. He is just so good, honestly. Like, as a DM, I mean, he wouldn't cost much in the first season, I'm sure. If you're looking for a budget DM in this year's FC, guys, like Dion Lopi is fantastic. Breaks up so many balls through. Wins the ball back constantly. And this is why I keep playing him in the big games, man. This is why Timber sits on the bench for games like this, because he just wins back so much with either tackling or intercepting. He's just so hard to get past. Until he is, and then Aguirre bails me out. 34 minutes in, not a great start, I'll be honest here. Feeling the pressure a little bit, never been here before, and I said a lot, this is when experience can pay off, man. We haven't got any. Liverpool have been here many times before. Go on, Gerrard. Ugh. And I'm really struggling out there. Oh, Ramazani wins it back. Crosses. Deulofeu. Oh! First chance right before the break. Final kick. Went with the acrobatic. Skews it wide. So close to a dream end to a poor first half there. There we go. Oh, poor kick out there. Lopi. Nunez gets a shot away, but Alisson was always in full control. As Davies will clear. Better though. Better. As Vasic wins it back. Awful first half, ended it strong, and now we're coming out at Liverpool. Lopi, Ramazani, come on! And it's that man again when he assists. Dion Lopi, just call it Mr. Big Game, man. I put him in the games where I feel we're going to be under a bit of pressure, and he mops up so well. But he also can contribute on the offensive end and play a defence splitting through ball at times. He's done just that. Picks out Ramazani, and 2 of the OGs that have been here since the first episode combine for the first goal in the CL semi-final. You love to see that. Oh, I said we need to win the first leg. I really felt that. And as things stand, we're 23 minutes away from claiming that. This is going to be massive. Absolutely massive, man. Going to Anfield, leading by 1, keep a clean sheet in the northwest of England, make the Champions League final. The question is now stick or twist. Go for a second and risk giving away a leveller on the break, or just try and see out the 1-0. These are the moments here. These are the moments where the managers make their bread, you know. Stick or twist. Oh, Christensen in trouble, and he just hoofs it long, and I couldn't switch to the man I wanted to there. Switching in this year's game is not it for me. Clearly wanted to switch to the man that was closest to the ball there, wouldn't let me, but as Lopi wins it back again, what a night he's had here. As I see Vasic, and I see Nunez, for the dagger! Dagger Darwin Nunez puts a knife into the back of his former team. Almeria 2-up. It's Liverpool, it's Anfield, it's Champions League knockout nights. Believe me, it ain't over till it's over. Just ask Barcelona. Just ask Olympiacos. Just ask, well, I could be here for a while. So we're not taking anything for granted. We lead by 2 heading back to England though, courtesy of Nunez's dagger at the death. But what a chance we got. Keep a clean sheet in England and we're into the Champions League final. I think a lot of people forget that as well. Like, that year when Liverpool completed the Hi, boss. Hope you don't mind me catching you like this, but the lads have asked me to talk to you. They're a bit worried the club isn't meeting their demands. Sorry, those demands of what? Reaching our first ever Champions League final, winning our Liga? Come on. Yeah, I've got to work on this, man. It's ridiculous. And Dion, don't worry about it, bro. You're always going to start in my my big games. Top performance, man. I tell you what, man. Seriously. Dion Lopi, I think I said it during the game. If you're looking for a budget anchor man in this year's game, guys, can I point you to my good friend Dion? Can I point you to my good friend Lopi? How this guy isn't growing right now, I've got no idea. But again, this is one of the things I have an issue with VA. It's like players that are defence-minded. They never seem to get the high average ratings that they deserve. I think primarily because the stat keeping is so simplified, you know, goals and assists. Well, you've got 3 assists to be fair. In 26 League and European games, but even so, yeah, people forget that, man. Like that 2005 CL final, Liverpool came out from 3-0 to win it. That was the same year when they were literally on the cusp of being knocked out in the group stage, and they had the lovely cushion header to Gerrard against Olympiacos. People forget that they were seconds away from not even making it through the group stage, and in the end, well, the rest is history. Completed possibly, in my opinion at least, the greatest comeback in Champions League final history of all time. Anyway, following game, Villarreal away, and a win in this game before Real Madrid play tomorrow put us 16 clear with 4 to go, and that will mean 13 clear with 4 to go, and that will mean if Real Madrid lose tomorrow, we are La Liga champions. A chance to put the pressure on and possibly get the job done today. Ramos Almeria. That's a cracking through ball. That's scrambling here. Edgar's on an island all alone. He's like me on Valentine's Day. Matthias Tell to finish and Villarreal had the lead. Well, to be honest, yes, we've got some stars out there. Edgar, Agrizabala, Nunez, Vega, but a few changes to the lineup with the second leg against Liverpool in the week. I know this season our strategy has been all year long, win these games, win the championship, but because we're 10 points clear and there's only a few games to go, I don't mind too much if we have a rare slip up here. Because of where we are in the season, it's not going to be too disastrous. I'm more focused on that trip to England in the week. Lots of changes this game. I've made even more at the break as well, because I mean, again, we're so close to the title. It's okay. Like, put it this way, I'm happy to lose this game if we win against Liverpool. You know, like, obviously there's a much bigger game on Wednesday night, considering where we are in the race to the title right now. I'll keep Nunez out there just for now, but just haven't been able to get him to service in this game. So get to about the 65-70 minute mark. He and Vega, my only 2 starters out there in the outfield, are gonna in the outfield. Really? The outfield players are going to come off. Sorloth could make it 2, and it's... Oh, is that a pen? I mean, listen, Sorloth went down like a ton of bricks there on Gabri Vega. I'm not too sure about that personally. We'll see on the replay. Did he? I mean, it's... well, I mean, there's contact, but... for Sorloth to go down like that, I think he's made the most of it. Matthias Tell to double up. No, ball don't lie. Agrizabala keeps us hanging with half an hour to go. Gabri Vega's got a bit of height to him, but Sorloth is an absolute giant. For him to go down like that, let's just call it a bit theatrical. For in the corner, it's only half dealt with, and that will be fully dealt with. I've just taken off Vega and Nunez as well. So yeah, basically waving a white flag here and saying let's just focus on the Liverpool game in the week. Again, I know this year my strategy has been win these games, win the title. For the most part, that's been the case, and that's why we are so far clear. But yeah, now we know it's almost done. Just want to make sure we have the starters fit for the game in the week. And a reverse, could have found us a leveller. Timber through the gap. And someone's gone down, I'm not sure who it is. The play continues. Getting a bit of joy down his left-hand side now. Dia's onside, Bamba's onside, sorry. As is Dia! Shot block, he just hasn't been able to do it for me this year, man. Only 1 goal all season long, and that's Capete, who's gone down with 18 to go. So another player added to the treatment room. He'll probably miss the final run. He's 4th choice centre half though now, so I'm alright with this. I hate to say it, but I'm not too concerned. Can you imagine a manager saying that? Like, seriously. Player goes down, clutching his leg in absolute agony. Who is it? Who is it? Get the inside info from the right hand man. Oh, it's our 4th choice centre half. That's alright. It's fine, don't worry about it. He's just like getting stretched off. It's alright, don't worry about it. Oh, what a save that is. My goodness gracious me. How is it still 1-0, man? This has been a game and a half here. And Bamba, Bamber with the level. It was coming. It was coming. And the backup brigade might bail us out. Well, I often say that whilst wins will always be good results, of course, draws are more situation specific. And considering we had a very weak side out there and finished with a backup team, to come back from a goal down and claim a point away against a good Villarreal side going for a European place, that's not bad at all. That's an extra point on the board. And whilst I know this season I've said win these games, win the championship, all things considered, situation specific, that's not a bad point. It extends the gap to 11 before Real Madrid play tomorrow. So we'll do one advance in the calendar and see if they did manage to cut the gap to 8 or if it stays at 11 or 10. And it is going to be... No, they have cut it to 8. But again, it's not too big of a deal. A point in that game there is totally fine. Real will keep themselves in the hunt with 4 games to go. Surely it's just too late. Right, here we go. Second leg of the Champions League semi-final. And after a 2-0 victory in the first leg, most people would have us favourites to make it through to the final, but this is Liverpool, this is Anfield, this is a European night. Believe me, you can never write them off, especially here at home. So heading into the game, defending a 2-goal lead, I'm going to make one change to my tactics and go 4-3-3 defend as opposed to 4-3-3 attack like ordinary. Little bit of more defensive stability to help us protect that back four. Following game, second leg at the Champions League semi-final, keep a clean sheet and we are through to our first ever European final. Vamos, America. Yeah, man, I kept a clean sheet in Andalusia again. This is Anfield. Different ball game tonight. You know, they're going to be going for us as Aguirre is tested early. But to be fair to our number one, beats it away reasonably comfortably. As we're still deadlocked at 0-0. It's going to be, for the most part, I'd say one-way traffic tonight. Hence why, again, Aguirre once again put in an extra DM for this game. So it's Lopey starting once again, but you might have seen by the lineup, it's Vega just slightly further forward in the 2 DMs, which are Timber and Dion Lopey as well. And hopefully that'll help us again, protect that back line and stop Liverpool being too direct when coming forward. Good start from them, as expected, but a great start from Aguirre keeping it 0-0. Who has obviously come under fire. Oh, what a save, Alisson. And Della fails tonight, but I think he controlled with the hand there. No, the flag was up anyway. Fast start, definitely goals tonight. Frenetic start to the game. It's calmed down a bit since then. If we can see out the first half still leading by 2, that will be massive William Martinez. And I think... Oh. No. European nights at Anfield, man. We know them all too well. Deficit halved right before the break and an absolute throwaway. Almeria have been the great bottlers in this save. Is it going to happen once again? As we'll head into the break. Still leading on aggregate, but behind on the night. Absolutely threw that goal away. Don't throw the tie away as well, Doxy boy. This is the problem when you set yourself up defending deep. It means you invite pressure on your back line. You're not defending high up the pitch. You're not playing as high of a line, and therefore you're already on the back foot. And like things like this are going to start happening. You know, you're forced all the way back towards your edge of your penalty area. Whereas if you defend, oh, hang on a second. Hold on, guys. Keep running. I see you. Timber! Almeria with the leveller. 2-goal cushion restored. And it's Quinton with the finish. Great hold up by Darwin. I saw Gutierrez storming forward and Timber drills home the leveller. 1-1 on the night. But it's still 38 minutes to play. Keep it calm. 13 minutes to go. Almost there. There's Mo Salah off the bench looking for a bit of Mo Magic. Edgar, that's a great defensive clearance under pressure there. With the man lurking in behind. Safety first. When in doubt, put it out. 12 to go. Still tied at 1-1 on the night. Leading by 2 on aggregate. Just trying to defend this. Oh, Salah hits the post from a strange ball into the middle. And it almost snuck in. Bit of Mo Magic towards the end of his career. Another great delivery and again put behind for a corner. Martinez not knowing who was behind him there. With 7 to go. Desperation mode for Liverpool. Almeria scrambling, but surviving. You feel they've got to score from this corner, really. Juan Foyth. Alvarez. Aguirre-Zabala with the save. And that might be enough for us to close it out. And there it is. It is over. Storm weathered. And Almeria hold on for the victory over 2 legs. And it into our first ever European final. We knew it was going to be tough at Anfield. The boys in the back line defended well for the most part, apart from the goal I gave away, which to be fair was absolutely terrible, wasn't it? Let's be honest here, it was poor. But job done. And we are into the Champions League final for the first time in club history. That was an awful goal to concede. I mean, let's be honest here, it was really poor from me. But as we make it to the final, we'll see who we've got straight away because we were the Wednesday night game. And there it is. It's the old lady in the CL final. The old lady versus the new boys as we'll take them on. The lads from Turin in the CL finals. The 2-time winners who haven't won it since 1995 or 1996, one of the two. But it's Juve. Been a long time for them. Now over 30 years at this point in the save. As we'll take them on in our first ever European 5. The old lady versus the new boys. Bring them on. Right, following games, our attention shifts back to the league, and we could win the league with a win here against Osasuna as the lads from Navarro travel from the north to the south to take us on here in Andalusia. If we get the win and Real Madrid fail to beat Getafe in a Madrid derby, then we are champions. Otherwise, we'll have to wait for at least another game week. Let's try and get it done today. Vamos Almeria. Yeah, once again, like the Villarreal game, I'd probably take a point. We could actually win the title with 4 draws if Real Madrid failed to win all of their remaining games. I expect them to do that anyway though, so we need at least 1 win in the final 4, but really from here, that's all we'll need now. There's Vasic. Oh, what a brilliant block by Jorge Cuenca. Prevents the, well, let's just say the fan favourite from getting going. There's always one in my saves, isn't there? There's always one. Doesn't play the majority of the games. When he does play, never puts a foot wrong, man. Aljosa Vasic. Loving the pieces. Yeah, well done. Thank you. Nunez. Deulofeu. Start putting the engraving on the trophy. I think it might well be ours at full time. I don't know why, but I fancy Getafe to hold Real Madrid in that city derby. And that'll mean that a win here will guarantee it. And it'll be fitting if the guy that wins us the title is the man that's made all the difference to this Almeria side. Yeah, Gabriel Veiga was our first 90 overall player. Yeah, Darwin Nunez has been a superstar and possibly what you call the missing piece. But at the end of the day, we would not be where we are without the man who streets won't forget. Gerard Deulofeu lost his number 9, but keeps his place in our hearts and possibly wins us the title. Let's get it done. Well, there we go on the top right. Maybe I was wrong. Real Madrid leading, so they ain't going to give up, man. They are a win machine at this point of the season. They did it to us 2 years ago to win the title, and it looks like they're going to do it again. We're so far clear as Gabriel Veiga makes it too. Bit of a cheap FC goal these days. Going to the bar line and then cutting it back. But listen, if Real Madrid are going to win again, I'm going to pull out all the stops to make sure we hold on the top spot, man. 2-0, and whilst I think we won't be celebrating today, at least we would have done our job for another game week and put another win on the board. Oh, ref, you going to blow for half-time there? Come on now. Oh, the second half coming into its closing stages and still leading by 2. I've just passed the ball around in this second half, to be honest with you here. We're absolutely in control. You see in the top left the disparity in the pass in the game. It's just been pass, and let's just get to the final whistle if we can, knowing that we put another win on the board that is basically going to confirm the championship, even though it probably won't mathematically. And no, as Getafe go on level terms, that will do it if results stay the same here. And this is one of the longest passing moves I've had in FC 24, which is why it's typical that it doesn't end up resulting in a goal as well. But still, Getafe with a leveller, and if we close on out this, that's championship in the bag. I'm just going to wait for the final whistle to come, and is it trophy or La Liga number 1, I should say, for Almeria? No, doesn't look like it. So it seems as though Real Madrid must have found a late winner in that Madrid derby. We know it's basically in the bag now, but we're not going to lift it today, so it's not done yet. Well, we're going to celebrate in the dressing room. Job well done, back to winning ways. And yeah, Real Madrid with a late winner. Man, they're just a win machine, man. They're a win machine at this stage of the season. We know that. Everyone knows that, so it's not done yet. The gap is 8, but one more win. I know I keep saying it, one more win, and that will do it. And they're playing Espanyol away in Barcelona on the same day as us, so let's just crack straight into it. Following game, as we host Real Valladolid, and again, this will do it. Mathematically, it'll be impossible for them to catch us if we win this game. Try as they might, they've been still kept at bay, and a win will end it. Officially. Let's get it done and let's lift that trophy in this game here on match day 36. Vamos, Almeria. Obviously the bonus of getting this done with games to spare, as I often say, means you can rest all your players in the remaining games. That's always something I look out for in European groups. But again, when you're going for like a European honour as well, with it coming right at the end of the season, being able to rest all your players for the final game or two is really important, because it means there's no chance of anyone getting any injuries. No chance of anyone getting too tired. It's just a bonus, you know, as Timber makes it 1-0. And I do believe it's going to be done tonight. Let's get this trophy engraved and lifted. It's the final 2 minutes in what's been, I'll be honest here, an awful game. Absolutely awful. But we don't need to win big. We just need to win, because this will be championship number 1 in Spain for Almeria. The past 2 years, we absolutely bottled it. And I'll be the first to admit it. But there are no losses in life, only lessons to learn. And the lesson we learnt this year is that if we win our bankers, we will be champions. Case proved, job done. Almeria are La Liga winners for the first time in club history. We lost to Barca here, we lost to Real Madrid here. We lost to Real Madrid 2 years ago, we lost to Barca last year in the hunt for a championship. This year, despite their wins against us, we kept them at bay for this season. I stuck to my strategy, I stuck to my belief. Win the bankers, win the championship. Almeria have done it. We've won La Liga. Yeah, I've always been a firm believer that if you do the fundamentals and you do the simple things right, then eventually the result will take care of itself. You know, focus on those small things, those little things, they all add up. You do them all correctly, then yeah, you got a good chance of being successful in whatever your endeavour is. Just make sure you're consistent with it, you know. And that's exactly what we were. 28 wins in 36 games, so 2 remaining. But after Real Madrid were held in Barca against Espanyol, we go 10 clear with those 2 to go. And you look at the games we failed to win this year, 8 of those 36. Well, you know, the 2 draws to Las Palmas and Villarreal, fair enough. But the other 4 games, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Athletic Bilbao and Athletic Madrid. Yeah, I'm fine slipping up in those games, man, because those are the teams directly below us. Same with Villarreal. The only slip-up I was disappointed with this year was Las Palmas. Other than that, we won all our games, and that's why we've been champions. We stuck to our philosophy, we stuck to our beliefs, and we're successful because of it. Let's play the final 2 games of the season, even though the title's now done, starting with our first of 2 final away days. Our rivals, Mallorca, in the Balearic Islands. Vamos, Almeria. Timber to Miranda. We'll work our way forward. Still deadlocked at 0-0. Not a great game. As Nunez finds Vega and Melamed. This might do it. Vasic. Oh yeah, 1 chance, 1 shot, 1 goal. As our host of Vasic, Almeria fan favourite, gets another to add to his tally since coming back from loan in January. This is why we had to sacrifice Lozano. He was a pretty solid pickup from season 1 just for the squad, but nowhere near as impactful as Vasic. Love this guy. Second straight game where it's been a bit of a poor one, to be honest, but oh, wonderfully done. That goal will wrap it up. Wonderful little move. And for Darwin Nunez, he's going to fall well short of the 40 club now. Won't even get in the 30, won't even get in the golden boot. I'll be honest, I've really slowed down in terms of goals to games with Darwin towards the end of the season. It is nice to know he's going to get another one on the board at least. 2-0 to Almeria, and that will wrap it up. Even though the title's in the bag, still want to stick to our philosophy of winning these games to win the title, and it's the first of the final 2 down as well. 2-0, game over. Right, final game today, final game of the season. It's Eibar away as bottom play host to top. Nothing to play for, either in the standings or even the individual standings either. But let's try and close out with 4 wins on the trot, heading into the CL final in great form. Vamos Almeria. I think I said before, you know, there are so many really like cool teams to use in Spain for an RTG. And primarily because of the fact that there's so many real stadiums as well. Eibar Stadium, I think I've said this before, but it is, I believe, now I might be wrong, but I believe the smallest real stadium in the game. It is sub 10,000 seats, and it's compactful, it's very small. The away fans sort of howls, well, you'll see in a minute as you get in this attack, right behind the goal. They're just to the left hand side in what seems like a little box, you know. It's, oh, Delafeu almost scored the opener, and Lucas Zidane clears. But they're a really cool team to use, you know, Eibar, from the north of Spain itself. And if you're looking for an RTG, highly recommend them. Sierra Delafeu levers one from range, and that almost dipped in. I just looked it up, 8,000 seater. Well, 8,100 something, but even so, very small. And to be fair, Eibar is quite a small place in the Basque region. And speaking of the Basque regions, Bilbao take a lead there in Madrid. That's another reason why they're a great choice for a CM. You know, when you think about the Basque clubs, of course Bilbao and Sociedad are the 2 that come to mind. But Eibar, if you fancy battling them in the region, then battling, you know, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona for the country, and then the rest of Europe as well for the world. It makes them a great team to sort of build from, you know, gradually, region to nation to Europe, you know, as Darwin Núñez is denied by Lucas Zidane. And being a Basque team as well means if you want to stick to the philosophy that Sociedad and primarily Bilbao have as well, of just developing Basque players, makes for a fun save as well. How is it still 0-0 here? Well, I was hoping that we go into the Champions League final on the back of a win and 4 straight to close the season out. Picked my strongest lineup for this game. In the end, bottom placed Eibar held us to a goalless draw. That's quite disappointing, isn't it? 4 clean sheets in a row is nice. And nice to extend the unbeaten run, but I'm actually not very happy about it, to be honest. Yes, the season's over, but a goalless draw to rock bottom Eibar with strong lineup. That's a disappointing closeout to the season now. And so as we take one final look at the La Liga table then, in the end finishing 8 clear of Real Madrid. Only 2 disappointing slip-ups for us this year in the 9 games we failed to win. That was a draw against Las Palmas and that one there against Eibar, although of course the latter was meaningless. So winning the title with once again the best defensive record and the 3rd highest scorers in the league. 8 clear of Real Madrid. Certainly learned our lessons from the last 2 years as they, Atletico and Barca out of the top 4. Bilbao in 5th, Villarreal 6th, and Celta Vigo, Sociedad, Mallorca and Valencia wrapped up the top 10 with the bottom 3 being Espanyol, Las Palmas and Eibar. The latter 2 held us to draws this season. Handicap anyone? I know it's debatable, let's not get into it today. The Golden Boot was won by Alexis Mack, Alisson with Mbolo second and Núñez, who I totally bottled it with in the second half of the season, finishing 3rd, 7 points behind the Argentine World Cup winner. We also had Camelo in the top 17 with 11 in 20. Great goal to game ratios. Bakayoko was also there with 10 prior to his injury as well. Núñez did dominate the assist standings though, 24 in 38, and Vega finishing behind Fernandes, but I don't know how. I've said this before, I don't understand that. It must go alphabetical order because he did it in fewer games, so he should be second, but even so, we see him in 3rd. Still nice to see. Bakayoko again, the injury cut him short, but 7 with Delafeu with 5, also making the top 20. And as to the Golden Glove, not as good as last year. Agrazabal, who kept 25 last season. This year, not quite as good, but 19 and 38. As part of our best defensive record, May won it for the 2nd year in a row. And as for the team of the season, as we will see here, we got at least 2 representatives in Gutierrez and Edgar, but I never understand why my goalkeeper doesn't win it. How? He won the Golden Glove. How he's not the goalkeeper of the tournament, I do not know. But Gutierrez and Edgar. Edgar has been the team of the season for the 4th straight year, I think now, or 3rd straight year even. And we also had Núñez in there as well. So despite winning the title, only 3 Almeria players making it in there. No, I'm surprised that Arnau Martinez didn't get in there ahead of Trent, to be honest. I think he should have been there personally. And that'll do it for today's episode, guys. So big thank you for watching the penultimate episode of Season 4. If you have enjoyed it, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the season finale as we go into our first ever European final, taking on the two-time winners Juventus in the Champions League final as we go on the hunt for a League and European double to wrap up a magical season. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the season finale, the Champions League final against Juventus at Old Trafford very soon.